Noah Lyles is well aware of where to strike his competitors, and he never hesitates to voice it out loud. The Olympic gold medalist, who was battle-ready, had just begun his outdoor season in July and came to Tokyo with great confidence, having sustained a groin injury. However, he managed to run his 100m heat in 9.95 seconds. But Seville, in Heat 1, got off to a slow start, barely grabbing the third automatic qualifying spot with a time of 9.93 seconds. Lyles noticed. "Yeah, I knew that was going to happen," he said. That man was panicking in the back. Sharp words, no doubt. But Lyles grossly miscalculated the intensity of the Jamaican sprinter. In the Tokyo 100-meter final, Seville set his personal best of 9.77 seconds, leaving Kishane Thompson 9.82, and Noah Lyles 9.89 in his wake. With his victory at the Japan National Stadium, Seville became Jamaica's first world champion in 100m since Usain Bolt in 2015. The performance was sufficient to shut Noah Lyles by the greatest part. Did Seville say anything? Yes, but after reaching home. As recently, the Jamaica Observer asked Seville on X how the gold medal had changed his life. His answer was honest, raw, and revealing. "It changed my life a lot because to think about it. If you look at it, to come from hate at the Olympic Games and to actually win a gold medal at the World Championship, that shows a lot of resilience. That's not all. It is indeed an incredible story of a comeback," just as he says. In the 2024 Paris Olympics, Seville received a severe reality test. He finished in 8th place in the 100-meter final with a 9.91 second time, despite a semi-final time of 9.81 seconds, right after Noah Lyles. Injuries were no good either. A strained groin after the Jamaican Olympic trials had taken him to Germany to be treated urgently. He was not quite recovered by the time the games came. This was then followed by a lot of public criticism, where his mental toughness was questioned. Seville further added, "Not just because people are saying that I have mental problems and all those things, but what I have done now has proven that my mental health and everything is quite fine." He added, "It's just that I was always unfortunate with injuries over the years, so this is the time where I show my class and my dominance on the professional stage of my career." And honestly, after this year, it's hard to argue, but his path to this point tells another story. Noah Lyles' rival, Seville, opens up on why Heat 1 didn't go smoothly. There was a reason Seville got off to a slow start in the heats at the World Athletics Championships, and he didn't shy away from admitting it. When asked about the rocky beginning, he explained, "You will not always get the perfect start. I've learned my lesson both ways." He reacted cautiously at first, acknowledging that personal issues had played a part but refusing to go into detail, simply adding, "Everything was okay." Once he found his rhythm, there was no stopping him. In fact, at times, he was even faster than Noah Lyles, and the proof came quickly. Even last year, Seville defeated Lyles in a world record of 9.82 seconds against 9.85 by Lyles in the 2024 Racers Grand Prix at Kingston. He might have sustained injuries, which slowed him down, yet his talent never deserted him. Even when Lyles himself had a strong race after his injury, the American stated, "You always want the gold, but it's been a crazy season injury, rushing my season to get as many races in. I came out here, got my best start, my best race of the year. I'm never going to be disappointed in that." As far as Seville is concerned, his season is quite different. He has had years of bad luck with injuries, and who knows, had he been entirely healthy in Paris, he would have clinched a win in the French capital. The takeaway? When Seville is healthy and focused and in rhythm, there is nothing that can stop him. When the final echoes of the World Athletics Championships faded, the track world thought it had witnessed only medals, records, and celebrations. Yet in the days that followed, another story began to unfold. Not on the track, but in words. It involved the sport's loudest voice, Noah Lyles, and one of Jamaica's brightest stars, Seville. At the center was a clash of pride, identity, and the question of who truly owns the narrative in sprinting's golden age. The spark, Lyles remarks. Noah Lyles is never shy about speaking his mind. After claiming another dazzling performance in Tokyo, he addressed reporters with a statement that, while not intentionally provocative, carried weight. For me, these championships showed again that consistency and mentality separate champions from contenders. Too many guys run fast times 1 week, then fade the next. Though Lyles didn't name anyone directly, fans, pundits, and athletes quickly connected dots. Among those who seemed to take the remarks personally was Seville, the Jamaican sprinter who had battled hard all season, falling just short of a medal in a tightly contested final. Seville, long considered the heir to Usain Bolt's sprinting throne, had faced a share of criticism about closing races and delivering when it mattered most. For many Jamaicans, Lyles' comments were not simply observations about the sport. They were subtle jabs at Seville's progress. Seville's response, defiant and direct. Just 2 days later, Seville broke his silence. Using both social media and an interview with a Kingston-based broadcaster, he sent a defiant message that left no ambiguity. People can talk all they want about consistency, but every sprinter has their journey. I don't run for anybody else's approval, and I don't run to prove another man's point. Noah can say what he wants, but I'll be there on the line next season, ready to challenge everything he stands for. The words hit like a starter's pistol, igniting debate between two passionate fan bases. Jamaican supporters praised Seville's courage, calling his response a sign of maturity and fire. Meanwhile, Lyles fans argued that he hadn't even mentioned Seville by name, accusing critics of twisting his words. Still, in the world of sprinting, perception is often as powerful as results. A tale of two stars. The unfolding tension also highlighted the contrast between the two men. Noah Lyles, loud, charismatic, almost theatrical. He relishes the spotlight, whether by making bold proclamations or rocking eye-catching outfits at the stadium. To Lyles, being a champion is not just about times. It's about carrying the sport into mainstream culture, breaking barriers between athletics and global entertainment. Seville. Quiet, calculated, and determined. He's more about action than words, the kind of athlete who prefers his spikes to do the talking. Yet when pushed, as seen in his recent remarks, Seville shows he is not afraid to defend his pride or challenge the status quo. Their rivalry feels almost symbolic. Two visions of what sprinting can be, colliding at the highest level. Fans take sides. The online reaction was immediate and heated. Jamaican Twitter trended with the hashtag #SevilleStrong, while American track forums buzzed with defenses of Lyles' right to critique the sport. One Jamaican fan wrote, "We've seen this movie before. Bolt was doubted, and then he silenced everyone. Seville will do the same to Noah. Watch and see." Meanwhile, an American commentator countered, "Lyles didn't disrespect Seville. He's just telling the truth. It's not about one fast season. It's about delivering consistently. If Seville wants to clap back, he needs to win medals, not interviews." In a sport where rivalries fuel headlines almost as much as records, this verbal exchange only heightened anticipation for the next big meet. The bigger picture. Beyond the personal remarks, there's a broader context. Sprinting has long thrived on rivalries. Carl Lewis versus Ben Johnson, Tyson Gay versus Asafa Powell, and most famously, Usain Bolt versus Justin Gatlin. These storylines keep fans engaged, turn races into events, and transform athletes into icons. Lyles and Seville may be writing the next chapter of that tradition. Their clash of personalities, one flamboyant, the other quietly defiant, sets the stage for drama that could stretch across seasons. Moreover, their exchange raises important questions for track and field. Should athletes freely critique their peers, as Lyles often does? Or does that cross an invisible line of respect? Should younger stars like Seville simply absorb criticism? Or does responding show the confidence needed to become a true champion? Lyles reacts again. When pressed about Seville's response during a post-event media availability, Lyles didn't back down. Instead, he leaned into his role as the outspoken voice of the sport. Look, I respect every guy who steps on the track. But I'm not here to sugarcoat. If someone feels I'm talking about them, maybe it's because the shoe fits. At the end of the day, I'll keep winning races, keep bringing energy, and keep speaking my truth. If Oblique wants to answer on the track, I welcome it. That's what competition is about. It was a classic Lyles response, confident, unapologetic, and guaranteed to keep the headlines rolling. Seville's final word for now. Hours later, Seville posted a simple yet powerful message on his Instagram story. Respect is earned on the track. I'll see you there. No hashtags. No long explanations. Just a promise that the next time he lines up against Lyles, it won't just be about times and medals. It will be about pride. Looking ahead, track fans are already circling the calendar for the Diamond League season, where Lyles and Seville are expected to clash multiple times. Each race will now carry more weight, not only for medals and points, but also for the narrative of their brewing rivalry. For Seville, it's a chance to transform words into legacy, to show that his defiance isn't just posturing, but the spark of a new era in Jamaican sprinting. For Lyles, it's another opportunity to cement himself as the global face of the sport, both for his athletic dominance and his fearless honesty. The world of athletics thrives on these storylines. And in Noah Lyles versus Oblique Seville, the sport may have found its next great rivalry. One fueled by words today, but destined to be settled by the thunder of spikes on the track tomorrow. Conclusion. In the end, Noah Lyles' remarks and Oblique Seville's defiant response reflect more than just individual pride. They symbolize the ongoing battle between consistency and potential, between showmanship and quiet determination. Both men stand on different sides of the same coin. Yet together, they keep sprinting alive in the global conversation. As fans wait for their next head-to-head, one thing is certain. This rivalry has only just begun, and when the starting gun fires again, it won't just be about who is fastest. It will be about who can truly own the story. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.